And at this point, right in the epicenter of the war zone, are my India Today colleagues, Ashutosh Mishra, Gaurav Sawant. There is also Ashraf Wani at the Israel-Lebanon border so that you get the ground coverage that you deserve as the viewer. Let me bring in Gaurav Sawant, Ashutosh Mishra from different locations in southern Israel, right where the epicenter is. I want to go across now to Gaurav for a quick question. Gaurav, you know, there is clearly a speculation that the sort of deployments that we see, is there a ground invasion that is being planned of Gaza? What do you expect? What are you looking at from your sources?
By all accounts, it's only a matter of time before Israel launches its ground offensive into the Gaza Strip. We were in southern Israel, and in several areas we've seen the Israeli army prepare for that assault. The Israeli army as of now is strengthening its locations, its administration bases, its rear, as they say in the military parlance. So the rear is being strengthened, the logistics bases are being established, the tanks, the armored personal carriers, the vehicles, they're all now being put in place. Fuel, oil, lubricants, logistics, medical aid, all of that is required in a long-drawn conflict. So all of that is being put in place. The moment those systems are in place, Israel, by all accounts, will mount its offensive. Air offensive continues, but we've noticed despite the air offensive, Hamas retains the capacity to strike and strike back hard, like we've seen in that attack on Ashkelon. The rockets still continue to rain on Ashkelon. So by all accounts, Israel will have to mount a ground offensive, and it's not if, but when.
Gaurav, if it has been 5 days since that brutal terror attack, it's also 5 days since those hostages, women, elderly women and men and children, are currently in the Gaza Strip with those Hamas extremists. Is anyone's guess what could be their situation right now? What are you picking up on that? What does it look like? Could they be brought back alive?
When you talk to people on ground, and especially in southern Israel, the area where we've been focusing on in the past several days, people on ground really want to know the truth about where the hostages are, how they'll be brought back home. There is a steely resolve in this country where even teenagers are now volunteering to help any war effort that's required, whether it is to bring resources for the army, to collect donation, to go to those camps and put together things for the army. But at the back of everyone's mind are the hostages. By some accounts, dozens. By other accounts, over 100. And where are those hostages? The information is spread out, kept in tunnels, kept in various dungeons. Rescuing them would be easier said than done, but perhaps there would be a multi-pronged offensive that would be mounted. From the Palestinian side, there is talk of a prisoner exchange. Israel, of course, we are told, has drawn out a full list of all the hostages according to information that's come in, according to signal intelligence, ground intelligence, videos that have been put out by Hamas terrorists and their backers themselves. So a list has been drawn out of all the hostages who are currently in Hamas custody. How will they be brought back is a huge challenge. In the past, one prisoner exchange took 5 years when an Israeli soldier was brought back after 5 years in Hamas custody, and several Palestinians had to be released for that. It remains to be seen how the Benjamin Netanyahu government moves forward on this one and how quickly.
Gaurav, you're a journalist on the ground, but you're also an Indian citizen, and we've seen many Indians who have come forth to support Israelis and basically condemn the terror attack that had taken place on 7th October. Prime Minister Modi has very clearly spoken against terrorism that has taken place and also stands by Israel at this hour. What do you see around you about India-Israel relationship? Are people talking about it? Are they aware about the sort of support that is coming from India and Indians?
Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu are said to be very close personal friends. The two countries are also extremely friendly. In the past, we've seen whether it was the Kargil War of 1999 or counter-terror operations, India has been buying a lot of military hardware, a lot of military equipment from Israel, whether it was turning the 500-pounders into smart bombs or buying the unmanned aerial vehicles, the Tehran drones, or so many other electronic intelligence, signal intelligence equipment that India has been procuring from Israel. The two countries share a very close relationship. There are equipment that Israel has sold to India in connection with whether it's the AVAX or other equipment that or other platforms that Israel hasn't sold to other countries apart from the United States of America and India. So keeping Indian concerns in mind, certain equipment was also denied to China. So India-Israel relationship very warm, very friendly, and not restricted just to the field of defense and military hardware and military and intelligence exchanges. In the field of agriculture, for example, there is tremendous cooperation, whether it comes to drip irrigation or certain other things that India is also talking about farming and new techniques, learning new techniques, exchanging more information with Israel. So this is a relationship that spreads across the spectrum. There are a large number of Indian citizens here, students here, workers here in the IT sector. We've been interacting with some. So the two countries share a very close relationship. India knows that, Israel knows that, and we've been getting a lot of positive response from the people. The moment you say you're from India, you get a better response than you say perhaps you're from some other country here.
India's #1 political reporter.
Defines what seems to be happening, vendetta politics. कोई दूध के से धुला हुआ नहीं है.
Unmatched eye, unmatched experience.
The world has changed. My black hair has become grey as well.
And with unmatched passion for the story.
Do not monopolize the conversation.
When it's 100% news that matters. It's News Today with Rajdeep Sardesai. Monday to Friday, 9 p.m. Only on India Today TV. India's #1 political reporter.
Defines what seems to be happening, vendetta politics. कोई दूध के से धुला हुआ नहीं है.
Unmatched eye, unmatched experience.
The world has changed. My black hair has become grey as well.
And with unmatched passion for the story.
Do not monopolize the conversation.
When it's 100% news that matters. It's News Today with Rajdeep Sardesai. Monday to Friday, 9 p.m. Only on India Today TV. India's #1 political reporter.
Defines what seems to be happening, vendetta politics. कोई दूध के से धुला हुआ नहीं है.
Unmatched eye, unmatched experience.
The world has changed. My black hair has become grey as well.
And with unmatched passion for the story.
Do not monopolize the conversation.
When it's 100% news that matters. It's News Today with Rajdeep Sardesai. Monday to Friday, 9 p.m. Only on India Today TV. India's #1 political reporter.
Defines what seems to be happening, vendetta politics. कोई दूध के से धुला हुआ नहीं है.
Unmatched eye, unmatched experience.
The world has changed. My black hair has become grey as well.
And with unmatched passion for the story.
Do not monopolize the conversation.
When it's 100% news that matters. It's News Today with Rajdeep Sardesai. Monday to Friday, 9 p.m. Only on India Today TV.